Welcome back to Israel's Movie Reviews. And today we're going to be discussing on episode 38, the second movie to the amazing Spider-Man franchise, starring Andrew Garfield. This was the second phase of the second iteration of Spider-Man. I went over the first movie. You could go ahead and check that out before you get into this one. So pause this one, go back to the last one, and you'll hear my thoughts on the first movie. On the second movie, leading our way into Spider-Man No Way Home, we're gonna start off with the chemistry between Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone. It was great, just like it was in the first movie. But in this one, I thought the beginning intrigued me a lot because it starts off very different than what you expect from a Spider-Man film. In this one, you have Peter Parker's father, who was a scientist that was working on a secret. And while he was working on a secret project, Peter was a child. And Peter's parents end up being attacked on a plane, killing both. That's why he ends up being adopted by his Aunt May. But before they were killed, he got to upload a file. What that file encloses, we don't really find out. Meanwhile, years later, Peter and Gwen, they graduated from high school. I was getting too dangerous for him now that he's Spider-Man. So he ends up breaking up with her. This was a theme that went out through the Sam Raimi franchise. Basically, right? Peter Parker in that franchise could never fully commit to Mary Jane because of his responsibility. And that carries over into this film, which makes it a little generic, but it makes it interesting at the same time. And he breaks up with her, then we get introduced to Max Dillon, played by Jamie Foxx, he's a electrical engineer and he's working at Oscorp, right? And he gets electrocuted and bitten by an electric eel, becoming Electro. And I thought that was pretty weak. A weak way to give that villain superpowers. They necessarily don't follow the origin from the comic, but I try to give it a try here. And Harry Osborn returns home, played by Dane DeHaan. Awesome actor. He stars in a lot of horror films. He returns home to take over from his dying father, right? As CEO of Oscorp. In these movies, Harry is looking out for his father since his father's sick. Sick with what? They don't tell us yet, right? And he eventually becomes the new Green Goblin. And we're introduced to Felicia Hardy, even though they don't say her last name in the movie, but if you're a Spider-Man core fan like I am, you know that she becomes the Black Cat. All right, so she, in this film, is the father's assistant, and now she becomes Harry's. And at the end of this, pretty much we get introduced to Alexei Stavrovich, which is Rhino, played by Paul Giamatti. We've seen the last 5 minutes of the movie. And to me, that didn't make sense because after this film, as you know, they didn't give it a part 3. They didn't go ahead and add him to any other films in the Marvel Universe. They just cut it off there abruptly, right? So why would you include Rhino, right? But throughout this film, you see that they were trying to set up future films with the Sinister Six. There's a man that keeps passing these different windows at a lab, and you see Dr. Octopus's arms. You see something that looks maybe like the symbiote for Venom. You see the Rhino suit, and basically giving you a preview of what you're gonna see in the future. And I thought that was unique. I thought that was cool. It gets you excited. It's like, oh, I can't wait for the next film, but not so much. Everything in this movie is so choppy. It's like the movie needed to hit so many specific plot points that they hit, and then they bring back to life. Like they come back to you and hit you in a way where you're like, why even give me that? It's like showing a baby a lollipop, and all the way to the end when you're about to put it in their mouth, right? You're gonna end up crying. The movie has no flow. The plot developments keep coming and coming without letting the characters breathe. The plot developments keep coming and coming. To no avail. The best part by far is the chemistry, like I was saying, between Andrew and Emma. The movie's better every time they're together on screen. Without them, this movie would have failed because it's generally a mess from the middle on. Jamie Foxx, he's cartoonish, he's ridiculous as Max Dillon. As Electro, I feel like he's much better, but his character to me was a waste. The Green Goblin, you feel like he's completely rushed. They don't give him enough build up to why he became the character and how he became the character. Again, the movie is jamming so much. It reminded me of Part 3 in the Sam Raimi franchise, where it's hard to get into it. I know how people keep hanging around to watch as chaos ensues. There's a beautiful scene in towards the end in Times Square, and you notice instead of people scattering and stuff, there's people just sticking around. Like, if you see something supernatural about to electrocute Spider-Man, what makes you think he's not gonna electrocute your ass, right? Yeah, in this scene, Electro, he's wrecking Times Square, and people are gathering around to cheer like it's New Year's Eve. So many ideas going on, like Peter's parents and the corporate intrigue. There's enough material for 2 movies in this movie, and it probably would have been better if they would have split the 2. But it's a summer film. You're gonna be thoroughly entertained, but if you're a core fan, you're gonna see a lot of plot holes that didn't make sense. Leading up to the new movie, this is definitely a movie you would want to see. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. Could have been better though. Could have been better. Andrew Garfield, still an amazing Spider-Man. But the movie failed in my point of view, but it wasn't because of him. The direction that they try to go just wasn't conducive to the actual story. All right? But that's my review. If you liked it, please hit the like button, hit that notification bell, please subscribe to the next one. Peace.